Hello and welcome to the Scouting Report Podcast 2.0. In today's video, we'll be showing highlights and breaking down the game of big man James Wiseman. First, we'll get started with some stats and information. James Wiseman just turned 19 back on March 30th. His position is center and he played this past season for the Memphis Tigers, kind of. He's 7'1" and has a 7'6" wingspan and he weighs 237 pounds. As for his stats, while he played in just 3 games, he put up some pretty big numbers. He played about 23 minutes per game. He scored just under 20 points per game while shooting 77% from the floor. He got to the line 9 times per game and made 70% of his free throws. He pulled down just under 11 rebounds per game and averaged 3 blocks per game. Now let's get to some highlights. Today's highlights come from a game that took place back on November 8th against UIC. In this game, Wiseman was a perfect 4 for 4 from the field, scoring 17 points. He went 9 for 14 from the line, pulled down 9 rebounds, and had 5 blocks.
First he was out, then he was in. The number 1 recruit in the country, James Wiseman. He was 0 for 3 in the season opener Tuesday night. UIC from the Horizon League opened with a win, a close win.
Nightmare start for the UIC defense.
Offensive rebound, new rule in college basketball, shot clock resetting to 20 on the offensive board. Bridges blocked inside, James Wiseman.
Here's NBA draft. A talent that physically and skill-wise is second to none. And right on cue, showing his ability to protect the paint and protect the rim.
Ellis with the steal for Memphis. Wiseman, a post touch. And he's got his first bucket tonight.
That's the skill, right? But man, he is worth the price of admission.
Wiseman now in transition, lost his balance, and he traveled. Achua trying his hand at a 3. Wiseman secures the offensive rebound, and he's fouled.
But James Wiseman's got a pretty good looking jump shot. He's got post moves. You can throw him the ball on the block and ask him to get a bucket, and he can.
When he was at the Ensworth School in Nashville, by the way, it's very interesting to hear him. He's moving expenses from Nashville to Memphis 2 years ago, going into Wiseman's junior year of high school as Wiseman rips down another rebound. Bowen blocked by Wiseman. That's his 4th rejection already.
I see that has not been a terrific plan. It always helps when you make your first one, and that's exactly what Memphis did, playing with a ton of confidence on the offensive end right now.
Check out James Wiseman trying to handle in transition. He will do that on occasion.
And for the next 3 plays, I'm completely out of it because I'm worried about a turnover, a blown defensive assignment. But they had Darius Miller, and he was a guy that had been through the wars in Lexington.
Oh, Wiseman erasing another one.
That might have been a goaltend, but that was so elite.
Ellis, doesn't drop this time. And Wiseman is fouled. That was
what Wiseman can do.
By the way, new rule in the college game. If it was the final 2 minutes of regulation or overtime, he was 6 of 7 in the opener on Tuesday. Puts the second one home here. Lester Quinones hit 2 threes in the first half. This one doesn't fall. Damian Ball was out most of the first half with foul trouble. A high lob to James Wiseman. Be eligible in May. This from a statement from the University of Memphis to clean a lot of this up. Of course, there was a standard review paying for the moving expenses. Wiseman and his family before his junior year of high school.
Fortunate to see kids continually paying the price. We talked about D'Souza as we see James Wiseman just manhandling.
About Wiseman away from the bucket and altering that shot before clearing lane. Imagine.
They're high on him. I think they think he has a chance to.
And here's the statement from Memphis to recap what has happened this afternoon. The NCAA ruled him ineligible about impermissible benefits. And Penny Hardaway paid for his family's moving expenses from Nashville to Memphis before
he is playing. All of a sudden, yep, he's starting. It was so bizarre.
All of a sudden, he is coming out of the tunnel. And all of a sudden, he is knocking down the fadeaway jumper.
Wiseman guarding guards and some of these Memphis guards guarding bigs.
Quinones, oh, missed the chippy. Wiseman following up on the court and in the courtroom. On the floor with a temporary restraining order. That's his case with the NCAA. I don't think Penny Hardaway told us earlier today, Robbie, was
going to be with authority.
McClain said it at shoot-around today. He's got a long and athletic frame that you don't typically. Wiseman right back at the line. 8 of 11 tonight, 2019, and a little more than 7 months from now could very well have his name called first. Harris chasing it down. Wiseman, oh, 2 more.
Tell those guys, score the ball. Passing's great, but you overpass, you're going to turn that thing over.
Lomax the bounce. Wiseman knocked down. Foul is called.
Unselfishness impressive, but at times those close range passes can be dangerous. As a coach, you don't want to stifle that, but you also
with that case yet to be resolved with the NCAA, but what do you want to see more of? But for now, they can celebrate a blowout victory over UIC. 92-46 the final. Much more to come from Memphis after this.
James Wiseman had a very strange season. It was a season that may have caused prospects from past drafts to slip a little, but thanks to Wiseman's talent and a shallow draft class, he has maintained his spot near the top of draft boards despite playing in just 3 games. He's almost universally being put in mock drafts as a top 5 pick, and I can't say that I disagree with that assessment. The thing that separates Wiseman from the rest of this draft class are his physical tools. Wiseman is 7'1", 237 pounds with an incredible 7'6" wingspan. Supplementing this is his quickness for his size. We see a lot of players of Wiseman's size turn out to be plotters. Wiseman can run up and down the floor similar to a forward. Offensively, Wiseman has a nice touch from around the rim out to the mid-range. His range doesn't seem to extend beyond the three-point line yet. That's a part of his game that teams will look to develop. Currently, his best skill at the next level will likely be rim running. As I mentioned earlier, despite being a mountain of a human, Wiseman is quick and athletic with great hands. He will be fantastic at the next level, finishing lobs or layups around the rim after setting a high screen. His handle and passing are pretty undeveloped at this point. He can at least dribble at a basic level, unlike some rim-running big men, and he can find an open teammate with a pass if needed. But you're definitely not going to throw him the ball on the perimeter and expect him to be a playmaker for you at this stage. Defensively, he has the size to handle NBA big men. Additionally, he has great instincts when it comes to blocking shots and is quick off the floor in rim protection situations. He's quick enough to deal with bigger players inside the arc, but I don't think he's quite quick enough to completely contain smaller players out on the perimeter. The thing about that, though, is even if a smaller player gets by him, as long as he stays relatively close, he can still erase the shot at the basket. Memphis runs kind of a strange-looking defensive scheme that he appeared to get lost in at times. At the next level, it might take him a while to become above average at reading the floor on the defensive end. He will most likely rely on his physical tools and instincts early on. James Wiseman is an incredibly gifted athlete that absolutely has the potential to be a star at the NBA level. If he is able to extend his range and become even more of an advanced defender, there's a path to multiple All-NBA awards for him. The alternative is he plateaus where he's at and becomes a gifted rim-running big that anchors a defense. Still a useful player that will have a long NBA career barring injury. My NBA comparison for him is Anthony Davis.